Hey guys, it's Kelly. Hey, I'm going to show you how to make this cute little flower with the dies that I got in my August Sizzix Gift Box kit. I said it was September in another video that I did, but I guess it was for August. But in that kit has so much value. I made a little box with it and I cut off the flaps that close the box at the top. And I'm just using it to collect some of the little bits when I'm doing a lot of die cutting. So this super cute flower is using the dies, a couple dies in that set. And that is the main die that came where you make the boxes, and it's got the cute little foliage pieces, and then the inlets are super cute too. And I just used the little vine die from that set. But those other leaves there are so versatile. You can use them in so many different ways. But for this one, I just choose the little curled leaf vine, kind of like vines coming out of the flower. I thought that looked cute. So there's the example. So I'm going to show you. It's a tutorial on how to make it super quick. So flowers aren't hard to make, but you know, I don't know. I haven't done tutorials for a while on how to make these, and I thought it turned out super cute. So I thought I would share. So I'm using some of the papers from the kit. Love the Sizzix paper. It's nice and thick cardstock. I love how it die cuts. It's nice and crisp and clean. So I'm just showing you guys really quick my big shot that's on my work surface, because some people are like, well, how do you use the die cut machine, or you know, is there a faster way to do it? There really isn't when you just have one die, guys. I got to tell you, and I don't. It's kind of therapeutic for me. You know, you just get a pattern going. And what I see a lot of people do is they cut a piece of paper perfectly the size of your little your thinlet or your die, and you really don't need to do that. Just cut a strip long enough when you need to cut multiple pieces. Just cut a long strip and just run it through, cut it, put it back on, run it through, cut it, and that goes a lot faster when you need to make multiple cuts. So I just thought I'd include this in here. So and at first I thought, okay, well, I'll cut it to the right size and then you guys will see the difference. So taking the time to cut it to exactly the right size is just really not a good use of your time. So just use the paper. You do have to cut it so it fits through your die cutting machine, whatever machine that you have. My big shot is, I think, 6 inches is the max, but I usually keep it to like 5.5. But see, a lot of people just cut, oh, this is exactly the size that I need. Well, when you need multiples, don't cut it like that. It doesn't make sense to do that. So, and it takes a lot of time. And when I run it through for these, when I have a little bit of a thicker paper, I at least run it through twice every time. If you have really thick paper, then you might want to run it through 3 times. But I run it through twice, and then I use my paper piercer just to get the little flower center out of there. Now those flower centers are fine; they work out well with the flowers. But I like to add a little bit more bling to my flowers, so I did keep them because I have some other die cuts that are much smaller flowers, and those little tiny circles work perfectly on those. So I just save those. So yeah, you can cut them out and cut it out one piece at a time, and then, you know, do your die cutting, which is the perfectly sized piece of paper. But again, I just don't recommend that. So just cut a long strip that you need, and then just line them up one at a time. So, and then here's where I show you, and you need to move it around on your plates. So my big shot is fairly new. I haven't been using it for years. So my plates are in pretty good shape. You know, they get used, but they're in pretty good shape. But you need to move it around. For those that don't know, when you're doing little small cuts like this, don't use it on the very center every single time. Just move it around a little bit. The top, the bottom, at the edge. You know, don't go too close to the edge. But yeah, I thought I'd keep this in here to show you. You know, it goes a lot faster if you just use one strip. You take it out. You paper pierce all the pieces out. Don't leave a piece in there, like that little tiny piece. Otherwise, it won't cut it out right. If you don't need it, you don't need it. But, you know, if you're going to use a die cut, just get all those pieces out. That's just the best way to do it. So, and I just needed 2 of each color. So, I just wound up cutting the last one. It's like a peach and a yellow. I'm sure those papers have exact color names. I don't know what they are. They didn't come in the packaging. Or maybe it did and I just missed it. But just use colors that you like. So there I am, just kind of moving it around on my plates. Just kind of showing you, you know, if you move it around, you'll just, it's just better for your plates to not get all warped. And I run it through and run it back, and we're good to go. So, and then the other one that I cut out is the little foliage piece, and I think I cut that out of the video because you already, you know, saw, and usually if you have a die cutting machine, you kind of know how to use it. But that is that Sizzix Thinlit die is called Pretty Flower, and you can get that on the Sizzix.com. It's super cute, and really, I mean, you can layer it. They're cute by on their own, but to layer it is really, really nice. Now I chose 4, but you can use 3 and get an absolutely beautiful flower. But I liked with 4, it was just more full for me. I just preferred that. But even with 3, this is a beautiful and super quick flower to make, and you can make a lot of them and just have them in your stash and use them. So my lighting was kind of weird for this one. Sorry about that, guys. The lighting is funky. So once I got them all cut, I just used the Sizzix quick drying adhesive that came in with the kit. And that glue is great. It works great. You've got plenty of time to move it around, but it still dries pretty quick. I do love that Nuvo glue. That is my favorite. That is my go-to. I absolutely love that. But for the sake of using the adhesive in the kit, I wanted to use it to make these flowers. And it works great. I really like that adhesive. The Nuvo has the precision needle. This one kind of has precision, but again, the viscosity of this adhesive is a lot thinner. So if you're not prepared for that, you're going to just spill it all over like I did one time. So. And then these flowers, they do come with a little score mark in the middle, so you can bend them and get a lot of dimension with each petal if you choose to. And I did with some of them. You know, once you build it, then you can go back and kind of pinch what you want to add volume to. Oh, I keep getting tired. And then it's super easy. You just put a tiny little dab of glue and you just offset them a little bit. I think I missed with the filters on this part of the video. Sorry about that, guys. It got dark for some reason. But I tried to lighten it up or darken it up because the light was like so bright on the flower that it just looked like a white flower. So couldn't find a happy medium. But there, and I literally just put my finger in the middle and just pinch them, and that's all you got to do. You can get fancy with the tools and all that good stuff, but I just don't. So you gotta make sure that you twist them and offset them to make it look really full. But again, 3 flowers would be really pretty. But I really like the really full kind of flower, so that I had more places to put the vines in between the petals. And with those vines, there's also a little score mark on every leaf. So I can't even tell you guys how hard it was for me to not ink the edges of every piece of this flower. You can do that and it would be absolutely gorgeous and get all kinds of crazy. But the leaves just the way they are perfect. I got a little glue on my glass mat there. The funny thing is I did a live on this one. It was just talking to you while I was making the flower, and I didn't even have my microphone on. I was like, really? So here I am with the voiceover. So now I'm just holding it kind of tight because the glue is not dried yet, and I'm just showing you that you can pinch the leaves afterwards. You can move them up and down and just kind of space them out a little bit and make it nice and full and just a nice full flower. And then obviously you can use some foam tape and on your project and bump it up, which is always a great thing to do. But it's a pretty full flower for really thin kind of petals. So that is the ballerina slipper, I think it is. That also came in the kit. I absolutely love those little sequins. They're stars. There's teeny tiny stars and then some bigger stars. And I liked just making it like a sparkly cluster in the center for my flower center. I thought that was cute, and I used just the really small stars, and I'll show you that here in a bit. So now I'm just, kind of feeling out where I want to put the little vines. There's no right or wrong. This isn't supposed to be perfect. You know, flowers in nature usually aren't perfect. So I always embrace the imperfection of my projects. But these were fun. These were fun and super cute to make. But again, it was hard to not add the little added ink that I do love to do on these. But so in these vines, they just tuck right in there perfectly. And again, that adhesive has a nice, it's kind of a precision nozzle, but again, it just comes out pretty fast. So depending on the size of your project, gotta kind of keep that in mind. I'm tired today. I keep yawning doing my voiceover. Sorry guys. I don't know if you can tell I'm yawning, but I am. So yeah, you just find out where you want to put it. And you just stick a little tiny dab of glue in there. Put it in there and rock and roll. And you can knock out a few of these. This only took about, with me fussing over some things, maybe like 18 minutes. I got the video down to like 14 minutes and kept it, you know, real time. I didn't speed it up at all. There it is. And then I need a flower center. You can get as crazy as you want with a flower center. You can put a brad in there. I got some really pretty brads. You can put pearls. But again, I was just using everything in the kit. And that little tray that I'm using is actually for beads, because I do like to make bracelets and necklaces, and I do make some jewelry here and there. It's not fine jewelry by any measure, but I do like to do that as well in my craft room. So the sequence is, it kind of gets all over the place. You know how it is in the really small one. It's not as bad as a glitter, but I thought, well, I'll just use my bead tray to see if I can get it back in there. And it actually worked pretty good. I just spilled out all the big ones because they were on top until I could get to the little ones on the bottom. And I got most of the big ones out. And then just sprinkle it on like it was a glitter and just let it catch the glue. And then tapped off the loose part and then just did it again. So I did that a couple times just to kind of get it all in the glue. I didn't squish it down. I just let it fall on there naturally. Look at those cute little teeny tiny stars. I'm so in love with them. It's not even funny. I can't stand it. And some of those big ones came out first, but no big deal. We just get them out of there. And then that little tray worked out really well to get it all back into the tiny little container. And just knocked off the excess, and then just used my really fine tweezers to get off some of the little extra ones that were stuck on there. And there you go. There's all kinds of different ideas to use for flower centers, but I thought that would kind of spark it up a little bit. And then I just put everything back in the container. I spared you that. And then that's pretty much how you make those. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And I would definitely recommend getting that die, because you can make a lot of these. And this could be used on so many different things. You can put this on cards. You can put it on art journals. You can put it on pretty much anything. But yeah. And you can add as much detail as you want. You can go crazy if you want. But there you have it. So I hope that helped you guys a little bit. And again, you could bend those up and have as much dimension as you want with the leaves and all that good stuff. So I think the next one I make, I'll probably ink it a little bit and add some lines for the details on the leaves and add a little bit more detail. So again, sorry about the lighting, guys, but I hope this has inspired you to use some of your dies. We got a bunch of dies, and sometimes we, forget that we have them. We don't use them, but it's fun to make these cute little flowers. So hope you guys liked it. I'm going to have more videos here soon while I'm playing with these two kits that I got. And don't forget to like, comment, and share. And more to come, guys. Thank you so much.